his name, leaving him free to return to Hogwarts, despite the fact that the Ministry refused to acknowledge that Voldemort is back.
Cornelius, I implore you to see reason. The evidence that the Dark Lord has returned is incontrovertible. He's not working.
So, with the trial over, Harry's starting to realise he's going to need all the friends he can get, no matter how kooky.
Everyone, this is Luna Lovegood.
Luna's a very odd character, and I think when he first meets her, he does what everyone else does as well, which is to dismiss her as being very, very odd.
An interesting necklace.
It's a charm, actually. Gives away the darkness.
Even though she's quite eccentric and everybody kind of gives her a wide berth, Harry finds himself, in a way, drawn to her, and she's able to give Harry these notes and opinions about what he's dealing with, which are really oddly helpful to him.
Well, if I were you-know-who, I'd want you to feel cut off from everyone else. Because if it's just you alone, you're not as much of a threat. Everyone says she's weird, but she's not really. She's just being completely honest about how she was brought up and what she knows.
For Harry Potter fan Evanna Lynch, winning the role of Luna Lovegood was a dream come true. How big a fan are you?
That's hard to put into words. It's just, well, I read the book, started reading them when I was 8, and just since then, I've been obsessed with them. That's what I'm known for at home. My room is cool. It's orange, and I have all my favourite quotes in turquoise around it.
But you've actually got an award yourself?
Yeah.
No way, how long does that take you?
It was my summer project.
So how did the filmmakers find Evanna?
We had 3 girls who we thought would be good, but they weren't going to act Luna. They weren't going to be Luna. And so we had this open call, and we put an ad in the news round in a couple of places.
My mom, she just said, I don't think you should. And she said, I'm really mean, she hates when I quote this, but she said, I had a snowball's chance in hell. and then, but my dad, when he came home, I told him. I wasn't very hopeful, but he was like, yeah, I think you should go.
People started to show up, and it wasn't really more and more and more and more and more people. I think we ended up with around 15,000 to 20,000 people. It was ridiculous. It was sort of, it was unbelievable. And people, you had 45-year-old women, you had, men. It was really cool. Some of it was a little weird, I have to say.
And they made us say our name and where we came from, and I did that. And they were whispering in the bands. And yeah, I was so nervous because, like, I've been wanting to do that for so long, and it's just up to these 2 women, and just by saying your name, it seemed kind of bizarre.
There were some incredible people, but there was only one Luna.
And they said, okay, you're coming for a screen test. And I was, oh, that's good. And then they said, you're going to be doing the screen test with Daniel Radcliffe. I was thinking, oh, it must be big then. And then the director was calling up that night, and then I started really losing. And then they rang me and they said, please don't shave your eyebrows. I said, I don't shave my eyebrows. But then my sister said, well, if they're looking at your eyebrows, it must mean you're very close. So...
What a bizarre thing to say.
I know, and I don't shave my eyebrows.
Well, why would you?
I know.
Evanna's a huge Potter fan and knows the books inside out, knows the books far better than any of us do.
I always get nervous about talking about anything because you sort of go, oh God, if I say something that's not quite right, well, you'll pick me up on it because you know everything. So she is, if any of us ever have a question about what a spell does, or what did you go to Evanna? She's become she's like a walking book.
Harry discovers that he and Luna